Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another week of 3 Good Minutes. I'm Jen. This is Ryan.
There's a third. We have a third
That sounds...
person on the show,
Yeah,
which doesn't
okay.
happen often. It's
All
happened
right.
once in 57 episodes or something.
Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
We are Office Created at Newmark, and Matt Siegel, who we have here with us today, is a part of our team. And he is here because we are going to chat a little bit about what it has been to be like to be bi-coastal during COVID, and what it has been like to grow a business, which many of you have done throughout the last year and a half, which he has done in LA to augment his business in New York. And given that I really miss New York, and many of you haven't been back to New York, we thought we'd start there. So, Matt, what's it like being back in New York these days? Same, different, better, worse, more parking spaces?
Well, I'm not there as frequently, so when I do go, it is really nice to be back. But I certainly don't miss the weather.
And is the office market there better, worse, or the same as LA?
I'd say it's very comparable between the two markets. I think we had in both markets a real uptick in activity in both May and June, July, and then we had Delta and the summer months of August come, and now I think between September through now has been just a huge uptick in activity. I think we've all been as busy we've ever been.
What do people there want, or how do they look at space the same or different than as they do relative to Los Angeles and Southern California? Because you have so much business in New York, you have so much business in California, right? Which is kind of unique in our field. What do you see as the differences?
Well, I was going to first off to say, which is there's actually probably more similarities in the fact that I think a lot of companies and a lot of employers are looking to pay a premium in order to find the most high-end space in both of the markets, in order to get their employees back, in order to create that culture again. So we're seeing actually the most Class A product in both New York and LA have the most activity and have the most success in leasing over the last few months. And also in the fact that both markets, have companies that are really looking for or are unsure of what they're going to be in the future. And so plug and play space that's ready to go with features term length flexibility is also both really high in demand.
New York is also known for being a 10, 15, 20-year lease market. Los Angeles is more of a 3, 5, 7, sometimes 10-year lease market. Are you seeing differences in New York? Are they trying to shorten terms from that typical 10, 15-year lease that we see so often in New York?
Yeah, I think landlords are now more accustomed to seeing tenants come in and ask for 3 years and recognize that they need to compete with the now 22 million square feet of sublease space that's on the market. So they're more open to those 3 and 4 year leases.
Yeah.
And we all know the number one amenity in LA that's been exacerbated by COVID, obviously, has been outdoor space and kind of, I'll call it, ease of access. Obviously, those two things really don't exist in the New York market. So what's the number one amenity right now because of COVID?
Well, outdoor space it's certainly one of them, and it does exist. It's just obviously not as as abundant.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
people are paying a premium to have that outdoor space for people to go, whether it be a lunch break to go outside and get some fresh air. But amenities, just having buildings that are going to be able to cater to more collaborative, workplace in the future and get people back into an office.
I'm going to throw one at you that we haven't talked about. Do you know why there's a frog between you and Jen right now?
Oh, no.
No, the frog's been on
Is
here
there a frog
before.
story?
I don't either. I just always like to bring it up.
No
frog story.
No,
Okay, good.
Don't throw Matt off
Okay.
his game.
Got it.
Yeah, really.
He's done so well with his guest appearance.
You really have, Matt. I think, is there anything else that we should know or that people would want to talk about from kind of East Coast and West Coast and how we look at this? And
Best Coast, LA. Do you agree?
Oh,
now that you've
I'm
lived here
not
for-
going there.
Oh, okay.
what's
All
your
right.
favorite restaurant in New York City right now?
It's always been L'Artusi.
Oh,
The best.
The best.
That just makes mine.
If that wasn't one good thing, I don't know what is.
That was one good thing. All right, we promised Matt a one good thing today, so
Oh man, I had mine ready this week.
you can go to. We can do a two. We'll do a twofer. Let's go, Matt, first.
So I don't know if you guys are fans, but last Sunday was the season premiere of season 11 of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So to have LD back in my life was,
Who are you?
pretty.
Did you just refer
pretty
to
good.
Larry David as LD?
I mean, that's who he is.
Is this
LD.
a New York thing?
It's
Somebody
a
help me.
thing. Jennifer, what
I'll
is
go
your
again
one
in
good
2
thing?
weeks. That's okay. That was good. Thanks, Matt, for being
Yeah,
on.
of course. Thanks for having me.
We'll do it again.
Let's do it again.
I'm Jen. This is Ryan. This is Matt. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye.